Okay, well, welcome to the song demonstration video for day 17. Yesterday we were in about 1971 with the Eagles on Peaceful Easy Feeling. We're going to jump back 10 years to 1961 with a Ricky Nelson classic that's one of my favorites called Hello, Mary Lou, which I think is going to be a nice way, and yet another sort of rock pop example of using the country feel. So we're going to use our new feel that we've been learning, and also we'll get to employ a seventh chord here and there. And so we're going to dig into that and showcase some of this new material that we've been covering in the lessons. So I'm going to change the camera angle. We're going to get into it right now. Well, okay, so as we talked about, we are looking at Hello, Mary Lou by Rick Nelson, or Ricky Nelson, depending on whether you remember him from the 60s or remember him from the 70s. But in either case, this one is another one of those songs that's maybe just a teensy bit ambiguous in terms of which rhythm pattern's perfect. I personally think of the four essential feels that the country picks at the best, but I'm going to show you what I mean. So if you look it up and listen to it, you could do this. Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. That's not my favorite thing, but it could work. You could also try the syncopated feel and have some success with it. Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I personally think that something gets lost in translation. The feel isn't quite right there for me. So I like the way it sounds best when we do this. Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I think that's the best place to start and create a foundation. So that's just my opinion, but we're going to run with that on this one because I wanted to keep expanding on the country feel anyway. But let's back up for a second and run this through our song learning formula. First and foremost, you look up the chords. I know that at that really popular site, tabs.ultimate-guitar.com, they put it in the key of G and then tell you to capo it up, but it was actually done in the key of A. So I've looked, there are some other places that actually have the chords in A, so I'm going to play them in A just because that matches the pitch of the song, and I know some of you will like pause and go listen to the song and it'll just make sure that you're hearing it, but it doesn't matter. If you have a transposer function, play it in G if you like. It might be simpler, the chords might be a little easier to work with. If you're on an acoustic piano, just find them in A and we're all good. But again, these are not tutorials. I want to leave that for your own experimentation. These are just to demonstrate what we have been working with. So with this song, I like, if you listen to the tempo, Hello, Mary Lou. Now, you could think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is kind of how I feel it. But you could also think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Mary Lou. 4, 1. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou. That's really up to you. I kind of feel it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in that case, we have, you know, when I told you with the country feel, you could feel it as quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could feel it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I don't really care which one you do. But my tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I plug the chords into that and play through, you get A, 2, D, A, E, A, C sharp 7, F sharp minor, B7, E, A, D, A, E. Okay, so that's kind of the chord progression, and it works just on that simple thing. So the question is, can we toggle it up a little bit and give it a little extra life? Well, of course we can. Now, this is another fun thing that comes along, is that there are two different ways to feel a song. One is to swing it, and one is to do it straight. Okay, and that is the way that it technically, if you're going to write it down, is that imagine each quarter note is split into some kind of an eighth note, meaning you're subdividing it into something. If you can do that two different ways. You can subdivide it in three so that each quarter note goes 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 4 2 3, or you can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And when you do it like that, so in one way you're subdividing it into groups of 2, and the other one you're doing in groups of 3. Technically, the way the swing works, if you were to write it out, is that you're subdividing it in 3, and you're only playing the first of the triplet and the last of the triplet. And so it comes out like this. Da 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 da. Can you hear the difference between da 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 and da 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 da? Same tempo, same beat, meaning the quarter note is still 2, 3, 4, but in one case, ba ba da, wa da 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 da, as opposed to the straight, perfect, what we would call each beat is exact. Each subdivided beat is exactly the same. Ba da 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 da. So that's all it is. And in this case, this song kind of has a bit of a swagger to it. Don't think about it necessarily in the theoretic terms of how it's subdivided in 3 versus 2. Just try to think of it as, hello, Mary Lou, da 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 do 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 da da, instead of da 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 da. So the reason why that matters is that when you're doing your toggle, instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, see how swinging it okay, and that all that matters is that that's kind of how the feel of the song is. So just kind of work with it. And this is one where I don't want you to overthink it. When I see people struggling with the feel between swing and straight, it's usually because they're using their brain too much. It'll come to you, but just think swinging. Just think easy. It's like the difference. You'll hear this, if you have the deep dive, you'll hear in some of those videos. I say, if you say potato and you say it straight, you say potato. But if you swing it, you say potato. Potato, 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 as opposed to potato, 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 potato. This is a potato song, potato song, potato song. Hello, Mary Lou, goodbye heart, sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I knew Mary Lou, we'd never part, so hello, Mary Lou, goodbye heart. And that thing is with this, we can just kind of keep a nice perpetual toggle going. Bada, 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 abada, abada, abada. And it just adds a little extra pace to the thing as opposed to just the straight. Bada. And you might think about toggling thumb, then back up, and then back down. Da da da, thumb. like that. That's one way to do it. You could just da-da, 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 da-da. And of course, one of the things that I like to teach is it's fun to think of different kinds of variations like this, not necessarily to pick one and go all the way through the song with it. But, you know, songs have natural sort of phrasing. And so you might say, on this verse, I'm going to play it this way. And then when the chorus comes along, I'm going to go to this variation. And then the transition between the chorus and the verse, I'm going to go to this variation, and you just mix it up. And you don't even have to have a plan like that. You could just, while you're playing it, make a decision on the fly halfway through the verse. You're just playing along. So it's really, you know, kind of it's a creativity tool. It's perfectly okay to make a plan and decide to execute it that way. And it's also perfectly okay to not have a plan and to just sort of see where your hand wants to go. But the idea is the more variations you know, the more different things you can just sort of go to at a moment's notice, or even make a plan to go to and change it up a little bit, you know, even within the song, because your left hand's basically keeping your, and it needs to, because that's the foundation everything's built on. But boy, you can add so much nuance to the song with your right hand by just not doing the same thing with it all the way through the song. And yet the essence of the song is there, because the essential rhythm pattern is really what your left hand is doing. It's the bass guitar and the drums. And it's, so once again, here we have the song with, you know, fairly straightforward chords. And once you're comfortable with those chords and putting in this, even just this basic rhythm pattern, the song comes to life pretty fast. By one sunny day, flashed your big brown eyes my way, and oh, I needed you forevermore. And with a little bit of toggling, just a little bit of fun in the right hand. Passed me by one sunny day, flashed your big brown eyes my way, and oh, I needed you forevermore. I'm not one who gets around, swore my feet stuck to the ground. Oh, I never did meet you before. I said, hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. Now notice what I was doing there. That's not even toggling. That was just, I decided to play some quarter notes up here. And then I toggle a little. Ba, 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 da, da. Ba, 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 ba. That's just me doing some rhythm things, and all I'm doing is playing chords. I'm just playing them rhythmically interesting. And so, you know, those are the kinds of things that you can do that add a lot of depth and nuance into the song. And yet it's not that complicated. You know, my hand isn't moving all around, and I don't have banjo fingers going. Not that that's a problem, but I think that, you know, what I think really happens to most people with popular music and why they are dissatisfied with it is they focus on, they're like, I really want this to sound bigger, you know? And so then they try to focus on playing more notes, and they focus on like runs and licks, but the thing is, that's not what makes it feel bigger. What makes it feel bigger and sound bigger is rhythm. Rhythm is what makes it sound full. And So when you really get this stuff down, then if you get, good enough over time that you can do a lot of. It's fine to do some of that stuff, but you really don't have to create a pretty darn compelling sound. And I find less is more quite often. So you'll see me doing a lot more pounding around right where I already was. I like to base most of my improvisation right there on the chord I'm already playing. And I do it through interesting rhythms, toggling, flutters, that kind of stuff. We're going to get into some of those techniques, some more of those techniques this week. But, I just don't like to make things harder on myself than need be. And I find there's plenty of compelling things to do right where I'm already sitting. So anyway, another good example of the country feel, and the country feel being used on something that certainly is country flavored, but is not a country song. That was definitely in the rock category, rock and pop. I believe that was an early example of rockabilly. So, okay, I'm going to let that be for now, but hopefully you gain some interesting insights into not only the country feel, but improvisation within the country feel. And like I said, don't burn your brain out too hard on this whole like swing versus straight thing. Just try to remember it's the difference between saying potato, the difference between saying potato and potato. That's really all it comes down to. It's more of an attitude than anything else. And the more you try to make it about precision, the more you'll probably psych yourself out and miss it. So this one's easy going, talks with a bit of a southern accent, and the other one is very straight and prim and proper. And, they're both great in different settings. So, okay, have fun, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 18's lesson. Thanks, guys.